The final event starts with a formidable couplet. 3 rounds of 7 deadlifts at 225 pounds, followed by 7 muscle-ups, wall balls, toes to bar, 140-pound farmer's carries, burpee box jumps, and yes, more muscle-ups. The fans packed in closely, ready to see their top 12 women bring it home. Heading into the final event, Elisabeth Akinwale was in first, Stacie Tovar in second, and Cordner Carson in third. Already far ahead in the overall standings, the fans wanted to see how these 3 women would place in the last event of the regional. From the start, it was clear that all 3 were gunning for first. Cordner Carson was first through the double couplets, heading out on the farmer's carry just ahead of Akinwale. But on the burpee box jumps, Akinwale sped through the reps, closing in on Cordner Carson. As the clock ticked down to the final minute, the 2 women farmer carried the 70-pound dumbbells back to the pull-up rig. Akinwale was the first to the rings and got 1 of the 3 muscle-ups. Cordner Carson lagged a few seconds behind Akinwale, but managed to tie her score by getting 1 muscle-up before the time cap.
It's funny because before I was like dreaming about donuts and lasagna, and I don't eat 100% paleo anyways, but I still, like, the things that I eat that aren't paleo are still gluten-free and yeah, I wanted a donut, a glazed donut and lasagna, and right now that sounds disgusting. So hopefully, like in a couple days, that might sound a little more appetizing. I'll give myself a day to just eat some crappy food that tastes delicious. But I'll probably get back to training if I feel okay. I want to not feel too sore and tired, maybe in 4 days or so.
It feels amazing to be headed back to California. Been working for this for a long time, and a lot more focus this year. I feel like I put a lot more effort into it, and it was just more pressure going in this year than last year in the regional. So I'm really happy I was able to perform well enough to get to my goal.
As the clock hit 17 minutes, Tovar finished her last burpee box jump.
Obviously, I'm not at the top of the podium, but it just gives me a little bit more of a motivation for next year. I kind of enjoyed being up there last year, and I really wanted to repeat that. But a second place is just as good. I'm still going to the games. There are thousands of females out there who are saddened that they're not going. So I'm thankful that I'm up there, and I'll have some fire underneath my ass for next year.
Elisabeth Akinwale and Cordner Carson tied for first with a time of 17:02. Stacie Tovar followed in third with a score of 17:04. For the second consecutive year, Elisabeth Akinwale, Cordner Carson, and Stacie Tovar will represent the North Central region at the 2012 Reebok CrossFit Games.